Okay, it says we're live, at least on Zoom's end. So, welcome everyone to our unit meeting. So glad you guys could be here. Right now, it's just Summer and I hanging out. We'll see if others join us tonight. I know many are going to catch the replay too. Let me find my notes here. They disappeared when I opened up my other tab. Okie dokie. All right. Well, we're continuing our combo with the 360 Success series, which I hope you guys have been enjoying it. I know I've been enjoying it, and I've been learning and taking notes right alongside with y'all. But as we're getting started tonight, I'm going to go ahead and read and try not to cough through it. I'm like 98% better through our room at the top tonight. So I'm really excited about this. Okay, this week's story is about Wanda Janes is her last name. Oh, here comes Jennifer. Okay. All right, so in August of 1968, my aunt came to Louisville on vacation and brought the Mary Kay Basic skincare program along. She knew that I had always had skin problems and had tried almost anything that anyone would recommend. At that time, I was also under the care of a dermatologist, but not seeing any results. I tried Mary Kay, and it did not make a distinct impression on me. At the end of the day, I still had coverage, which was a first for my oily complexion. Oh, and it did make a distinct impression. Whew, sorry, totally misread that. My aunt had returned home, so I began calling all the major department stores asking if they carried Mary Kay products. Time after time, the reply was, Mary who? Finally, I called my aunt to see if she could get it for me, and she told me she would mail it to me. At last, I received my product, and within 3 weeks, my skin had improved so that I told everyone about this quote unquote wonder product. Many asked me how they could get it, and I told them to wait a while to see if it continued to work for me before they invested in their money. And I lost my spot. Okay. In mid-September, I called my aunt from a long distance and said, Wanda, oh, her aunt called her. Goodness, y'all, I am struggling tonight. Wanda, I have prayed about this, and I think you should become a beauty consultant. If you had only known me, then you would have known how absolutely insane that was. I was so shy. I did well to order pizza over the phone. My aunt's consultant and her sales director, Gail Gaston, called off and on for 3 months. Gail sent literature, and I read it all, and I secretly dreamed, what if I could do this? Finally, my husband Bob agreed to let me try, and after receiving my product showcase and inventory, I studied my consultant's guide every spare minute that I had. I was working part-time at a local department store for minimum wage, and I kept the job until the first week in January. Just by holding 3 classes a week, my average spending money was $100 for the week. Not bad for only 9 hours of work. And then again, this was back in 1968. I was very satisfied with my part-time career position when Gail Gaston, now my sales director, called and urged me to share my career opportunity with others. I didn't understand why I needed to, so she insisted that I fly to Louisiana to a sales director's debut. I did, and my eyes were opened. At that meeting, I met my first Mary Kay sisters. I was absolutely in awe of the sales directors, and I made up my mind right there I wanted to be one too. We debuted as a unit on January 1st in 1970, and in January 1971, a small group from our unit went to Jamboree. On the way home, they asked us what it would take to earn a Cadillac. That little group wanted to be somebody in the Mary Kay world. They worked and pulled together like nothing I've ever seen before. Everyone gave their best effort. Whoop, George is coming in. Okay. Everyone gave their best effort, and on awards night at seminar, our name was called as a pink car winner. And we haven't driven anything but pink Cadillacs since 1972. Excuse me. Our organization grew to the point that I promoted myself to National Sales Director in February of 1982, a highlight of my career. Now, I was able to work more closely with the people who meant the most in my life. How rewarding it was to see them earn their cars, and my aunt, Dot Weaver, who had been so instrumental in my career, walk on stage as a member of the $500,000 Circle of Achievement to receive her gorgeous mink coat. Truly, God has done a mighty work in our midst, and I believe that time will showcase these marvelous achievements. Again, that was the story of Wanda Janes from Louisville, Kentucky, was our story for the week. All right, y'all. Let's get going with announcements. And first, I need to show you guys this cooler. I know I've posted pictures and videos, but if you haven't seen, this thing is massive. Like it's bigger than my head. Okay, my head's not that big, but it's bigger than my head. And it has the zipper, has a little gold handle. Of course, it says Mary Kay on there as well. And then the adjustable, I think it's adjustable. No, yes, it is adjustable strap as well. So this is the 700 wholesale price for the month of April. I was about to say what month are we in? We're in April. Okay, here comes Sarah. Okay, she's coming. While she's coming, I'm gonna get our pictures popped up here to share with you guys. Oh, maybe it's loading. Give me just a second. It's thinking about it. It wants to load. Okay, come on, computer. Maybe, maybe not. All right, just a second. Let me click it again. So sorry. Technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, there it is. Okay. All right, first picture, our Cadillac update. We are almost there with that line. Like it's so close. And then we're gonna like cover all the way around the Cadillac, like no problem at all. And so we're about 20% of the way towards our goal for the month, which I'm honestly not overly worried because the bulk of the production comes in the last third of the month anyway, and that's where we're at. We got about 10 days to go. So every square equals 225 wholesale if you weren't sure about that. So our goal is end of June. Got a little over 2 months to go. And so it's going to have to be the best 3 months our team has ever had consecutively. But again, I know we can do that. So I'm really, really excited. We are tracking this month to earn the beautiful butterfly charm. So when you attend at least 3 meetings, you'll earn that charm from me. Don't forget, $20 starter kits are still on the table. We added a couple more unit members this last week. So welcome to Kayla. And then my brother joined to help us earn our car. He does use some products, but we've added 32 new beauty consultants so far from January up until now, which is really, really exciting. But this $20 kit is only available for the next 10 days or so. Tomorrow, well, I'll get to that picture in a little bit, but we are going to give away a starter kit tonight on our event and then also on Listen for a Lip Gloss tomorrow night too. And what's in it for you when you add team members this month? Doesn't matter what they do or don't do as far as ordering or holding appointments, just if you add them, you get new summer products from me. When these summer products are really great. I'm really, really excited about this lineup. So you can receive the catalogs and the products early from me to help you collect orders before you actually get to order them next month. Oh, there's the cooler. Again, super cute. We are working and building and growing our red jackets between now and the end of June. And of course, fun prizes that you can earn along the way when you step into each of these positions for the very first time. All right, I know I posted this today, but our Beautifully Bold getaway, oh, it's getting closer. I am so excited about this. 7:30 tomorrow, Jen. There's a picture coming up here in just a second, but it's tomorrow night. Yep. 7:30 is tomorrow is the Listen for Lip Gloss. Good question. And so if you're not sure where you're at as far as tracking this getaway, new consultants only have to do half the requirements this month. So shout out to new consultant Georgia, who has earned it this month, along with Deanda, Heather, and Jennifer. But if you're not sure where your numbers are, where you're at, and how you can earn the different levels, I'll pull those back up. Just text me. It's your combined wholesale for March and April if you're a consultant last month, and then you can earn it a little bit cheaper if you add team members as well in March or April, either way. So just want to make sure you guys saw this again. Our sales director retreat and Sarah and her team are working to earn this. There is still time. Any one of you could become a sales director in the next couple months, regardless of whether you have team members or not. So if you have questions about that or you're curious what that would look like, would love to have that conversation. I am still going to do this drawing. I need to post about it and text a few of you too to make sure we get all our entries in. So this was a contest from January to March, and it was for hostesses. So this is pinned in our unit group in the featured. Still fill out the Google form. I just want to make sure we don't leave anybody out. Okay, tonight is game night. We're doing Mary Kay trivia right here on Zoom in a little bit, and Lynn and I are super excited about that. Love to have you and your guests join us. Tomorrow night, two things are happening. One, our Red Jacket Rally. So, oh, I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. I think it should be on here. Allie, Jen, Summer, and Sarah, you're all on here. Perfect. You'll all earn your invite to our Red Jacket Rally tomorrow night. And I am going to be sharing what the new products are, by the way. So there's a perk of being in red. You get to find out new products early. You get special training. And so this will be on my Zoom tomorrow night. Jen, the Google Doc for the Kate Spade is pinned in our unit group. Yep, it's in the announcement sections there. So listen for a lip gloss. Here's the graphic. Also tomorrow night. So it's at 7:30. Red Jacket Rally is at 8. And so we're going to be giving away lip glosses, starter kits, all the fun. And so this is where your friends, family members, customers can learn a little bit more about Mary Kay. ask questions, and then they will be entered to win. So lots of fun, really fast. It's always a great time. Okay. And then for my local gals, Sunday, we're doing our Glow and Go Beauty Bash, and I've got my list of those who already have their customers booked for this, and your customers get extra entries if they bring their friends too, which is really fun. So if you have people for these time slots, be sure and let me know. They're going to be entered to win a fun gift basket. Everyone receives gifts. I've got like mini samples of our replenishing serum C&E, cute headbands for everyone. It's going to be lots of fun on Sunday afternoon. And then last but not least, coming up in just a couple weeks is our quarterly event in Springfield, open to anyone in our unit that would like to come. They do a guest event Friday night if you happen to have friends or family that are in the Springfield area, but most of us just go over on Saturday morning. And top sales director Cindy Shepa is going to be our guest speaker. She is absolutely a sweetheart, and you're going to love her. And your registration's $35 for breakfast, recognition, and surprises and more. So that is coming up. All you have to do is just let me know that you want to attend that, and I will get you down. So if you're watching this, the replay for our meeting, code word is April to get your entry into your charm for the month. So did I tell you everything that's coming up? I think I did. All right, 360 Success. Who is loving this training? Has anybody listened to the training for the week? I know some of you have. Okay, Sarah did. I know Georgia was looking at it, which is totally fine. Totally fine. I know Summer had listened to some too. And so we're going to walk through. This week was really about coaching, which is when you're working with a hostess and after you have the appointment booked, working with her and communicating with her to hold the appointment and all of that. And then we talked a little bit about IPAs and then a couple different styles of parties as well. So coaching, first up, the first topic was, we'll put these two together. Like, what is coaching and why do you coach? Does anybody have any insight or notes that they took away from these first couple of trainings for the week?
I don't know if you can hear me. I didn't have time. Um, Thanks first of all for the mail, the happy mail.
Good.
Because I
You're
haven't
welcome.
had time to listen to any trainings at all.
You're good.
But like just like coaching, like I would say like just from like experience, like helping coach like a hostess and or a new beauty consultant that joined on your team through like teaching them how to like host a party for their customers. Like it's just about like intentionality, like being intentional and like really reaching out to people because we all have like full busy lives. Like so it's just like really intentional, basically helping coach them through that. um that's kind of the best I got for right now. I'm all over the place,
No,
so
you're
but
good. No, you're
I
so
didn't
right.
listen.
You're right. No, and you can listen to it later. I mean, these recordings, I mean, they're on that link. You can catch up later or listen to them again whenever you need it. And it's also a good resource for your new team members. We'll be using it for new team members too. So anybody else that listened have any insight that they'd want to share, or does anybody have questions about like coaching? Like this is a good open conversation time. Because I know Sarah and Summer also listened for sure.
I will say that I haven't caught to this week's messages yet,
Okay, you're good.
but I did listen to Jen Baus and then the lady after her, I don't remember her name,
Oh, from last week?
about,
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like that hit me at the right moment. And so it pulled some strings on my heart, and I've been trying to work even harder than what I was.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Summer said in the chat, which is spot on, the main thing is coaching helps your appointment stick and actually hold and go well. Um, it was funny, not funny, but I mean it's true. The first, all three of the first trainers this week all said the same quote from Mary Kay. And she said this, an appointment worth booking, so taking time to actually book the appointment is worth coaching. So an appointment worth booking is worth coaching. And so what coaching does is it provides training and coaching for the hostess and helps build that relationship with her. And that's what sets us apart as Mary Kay Beauty Consultants is the relationships that we built with our customers who are also our hostesses. And when you communicate well with your hostess, it sets you up for success. So through the process, whether it's an online appointment, maybe it's virtual. I know Georgia and I just did her first virtual 15-minute messenger party that wasn't like her launch. And it's just communicating with the hostess and letting her know what to expect, making her feel comfortable, answering her questions, but also making her feel special and valued and appreciated for being your hostess. And that's what's really cool is that we get to offer, hostess discounts and things like that to help our hostesses feel appreciated and everything. So let's see. Summer also said, especially the bit where if you don't get, interaction. Yes, I was going to get to that in a second. So if you don't get interaction prior to an appointment and you're trying to communicate with your hostess, it's okay to text. I loved this as well. To say, if you don't hear back from me, then I'm going to assume it's not a good time and we're going to reschedule for another day. Yeah. So just keeping that communication open with your hostess. So as you're listening to these calls or these short messages, they're not really calls, they're messages. A couple of them talked about like, and I also have this also in our boards, by the way, but reaching out to your guests, like 7 to 10 days before. So about a week and a half before. Just touching base with her, building that relationship, that connection with her about 5 days before and 3 days before and the day before, and like having that conversation continuing. And the more that she communicates with you, the more likely the appointment's going to hold. Now, you will still have cancellations. They're going to happen. Like that's just part of this business is the cancellations are going to happen even if you perfectly coach somebody and you're in communication with them. Life can happen last minute. Most likely they're not going to say, "Oh, I forgot," because you've been in good communication with them, but their kid could get sick. I've had that before. Something could go wrong at work that they have to stay late for that they is out of their control. Things like that do happen, but the main theme, like Summer said throughout this, is working through your coaching and mastering the art of coaching and communicating with your hostess is going to set you up for greater success with your bookings and having them hold. And so I was trying to find on my notes here. Oh, another text message. Sorry, my throat still gets a little scratchy if I talk a lot. Another text or example of a message that you can send is like the day before, if it's like a morning appointment, or the morning of, if it's an evening appointment, saying, "Hey, text me back, such and such a time, text me back to say that, 7 o'clock still works for us to meet up. I'm excited to see you this evening." That way, there is that, "Hey, I need you to respond to me." So you know that for sure that appointment's going to hold. If she doesn't respond, then you're like, okay, may have to reschedule this one. So coaching down to it is honestly just connecting. It's making sure your appointments hold. Like I said, you'll still have those cancellations, but utilizing scripts. And they talked about a little bit about an app called ChatGPT. So I don't know if you have used this before or not. It is an AI app. It's free. It's fun to play with. It can do so many things for you. I mean, outside of Mary Kay, you can ask it to meal prep for you and it will make a grocery list for you. You can plan a birthday party. You can come up with the name for a fun event you want to do. Like, oh my gosh, it can do everything. But asking it, like you can send it a script and ask it to make it a little bit more fun or a little bit sillier or a little more lighthearted or whatever you want to do. So just making sure that when you're communicating with people that it is fun, it is relationship building, and it is all about them because that's what our business is about other people. So that was the first 3 messages for the week were about coaching. Does anybody else have any questions about coaching or anything else you want to add before we go on to our next topic? Okay. All right, I don't see anything just yet. Okay. The next one was on the importance of IPAs. Now, if you've been in our unit for a little while, we've done things before where we track our IPAs. IPA stands for income producing activity. So basically doing things that are going to help you move forward with your business and bring you income, the things that we want to be doing. And so it really is just a way to evaluate where you're spending your time, and things like that. So I don't know, does anybody have anything to add about IPAs?
I will say that even when you're having a low and you feel like nothing's going right, it's encouraging to track your no's to see how many no's you get because it turns into a positive.
Absolutely. It sure does. Yeah, some examples of like tracking your nose and working your IPAs, those income producing activities can be, sending so many messages requests. And then the subcategory that would be tracking your nose, so you can get 10 people today to tell you no. You're going to get some yeses out of those as well. But see if you can get 10 people to tell you no. It's, having a new person join your team. It's holding an appointment. It's, sending a booking request. It's those types of activities that are going to bring in the income for you and your family. So that's what an IPA is. And so she did have a chart there. I've got one also in the files of our group as well that you can use if that's something that would help you kind of stay on task with working your business. So that's what IPAs are. It's just making sure that you're working in the ways that are truly going to grow your business and make a difference. That's what IPAs are. So join up to training is one of those too. So that helps as well. All right. The next topic was me. And it's on a conversation, or on a topic, excuse me, the conversation of something that each and every one of you have done. And it's a Facebook Messenger party. So I don't know if you have any questions about that, but that was the next topic, was how to hold a Facebook Messenger party. Maybe you have some insight you'd want to share, but that was the next topic of conversation, a type of appointment that you can do. Oh, Jen, switching devices. Okay, anyone have anything? If not, that's fine. Like I said, I know you all have done messenger parties now. So they're not new to our unit, but they are new to others. All right. Next topic. A facial versus a party. What's the difference? That was topic number, I think, 6 for the week. So a facial basically is an appointment with one person. A double facial is with 2 people. And a party or skincare class is 3 or more. And so she talked about when to do a facial versus when to do a party and just kind of some of the benefits of both. And basically, in order to do a facial, a one-on-one appointment, is kind of like you're getting to know that person. Maybe it's a referral or someone you don't know very well. And it's a time, honestly, to kind of evaluate them. You can call it a Mary Kay blind date, it's what she called it, to make sure there's someone you want to spend more time with, to make sure there's someone you want to ask to be a hostess to hold that second appointment. And so that's where you would then book them to do an appointment with their friends. Because what, so sorry. It takes honestly about the same amount of time to do a facial, a one-on-one, as it does a party with 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And so obviously you can maximize your time and your income and your efforts by doing a party, but sometimes there's power in the one-on-one and getting to know people. And honestly, sometimes our clients aren't comfortable inviting their friends and family. They just want that one-on-one time with you. And so I'm not saying it's bad to do facials because there's definitely a place and time, but I almost always try to turn that facial into a party. Unless, of course, they've never tried Mary Kay, like it's their first time meeting me, then you know what? A one-on-one's okay too. So does anybody have any insight or experience of what you've experienced, a facial versus a party, or any questions about this topic?
Um, I again didn't like listen to these topics, but I can like relate to like a customer that I have personally had. Can you hear me, Jen?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
And I switched to my computer
There you
and
go.
I had a customer that like she had tried the product, back when, and she said that it'd been a while since she tried it again, and she just wasn't comfortable like inviting guests yet, like you said. And so I did a one-on-one with her just for makeup, and then we did skincare next. And then now she wants to finally, after the third time, like have a party with a couple like close friends, like a couple sisters and a sister-in-law, like still not even yet to friends, like just being intentional where I started at the beginning of the conversation when I mentioned earlier, and really like like getting to know them, being closer to them, and like letting them feel comfortable in your space. Like, like it's what it all like kind of goes down to. Not every customer is the same, but there is customers like that.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Well, I'm excited
that's
to
how
hear
I
how,
reflect on. Yeah.
yes, I'm excited to hear how the appointment goes with her sisters. And who knows, maybe the sisters will book a party too, or maybe she'll want to invite her friends sometime. You never know.
I could do that with Jessica and her mom.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
they just placed their orders, and maybe I could wait a little bit till they get their orders, and then they can, we can have like sort of like, hey, you want to try this? Tell me how, or just in like a survey. How do you like it? Because they've never tried it before.
Okay. Yeah.
So that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Get feedback.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we always want feedback. I tell people to like, if you don't like it, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Like, we got our 100% guaranteed program, so we can figure it out for you. But
Yeah.
it's true. I mean, that's a great way to get yourself in front of new people is just to ask for their feedback and to let them try new products. And then who knows, they may buy more. They may fall in love with all that want to be a consultant. I mean, you just never know what people want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Our job to share and build those relationships for sure. Yep. You could never go wrong with a facial or a party. I mean, that's how we make money is letting our customers and potential customers try their product for sure. And they're lots of fun. They're lots of fun. If you ever feel like you're in a rut where you're like, oh, I don't know what's going on in my business this week, book a party, even just book a one-on-one, book that facial, and you'll be motivated to work even more so after you have that income or that next booking for sure.
I told my friend who just had a baby, I was like, whenever I get the stuff, I'm going to make you do it, whether you like it or not.
Hey, got to practice on somebody.
Yeah.
Yep, they can be your guinea pigs. We got lots of guinea pigs when we first started our businesses. I still have guinea pigs. I mean, whenever new products come out, there's new stuff coming out next week or next month, excuse me, next month, not next week. I could order it next week. You all could order it next month. And that's a great way to get in front of people and even current customers to let them try new products and build that relationships and that customer service with them that we talked about a couple weeks ago. Absolutely. All right. Last topic for the week is the importance of product knowledge. Knowing our products, um, especially our skincare, is what she really talked about. This was Rhonda. She's director from Springfield. And she opened with, which is true, that we as consultants should be our best customers. The more products we use, the more we are truly able to become familiar with them and speak from personal experience about them. Now, you're not going to use every product we have. You're not going to look great in every lip color we have, or you're not going to like every kind of mascara, and that's okay. That's where you get to say, oh, my friend, she has black hair and she looks really pretty in this lipstick. I think it'd look really pretty on you. Or my friend, she's got acne prone skin and the Clear Proof line has helped clear up her acne so much. I know it'd be a blessing to you too. So, still learning about our products, even if you don't use them all, but the more that you use, the better you're going to be able to tell others about them as well. So I don't expect you to go out and start using every single piece from all 6 of our skincare lines. Your skin would wonder what the heck is going on. But skincare is definitely where you want to be knowledgeable in. So I'd love to know if you guys right now have questions about skincare, what you have learned just with your personal experience of trying our skincare, and how that's empowered you to be able to better tell others about it.
I will like touch base on like still even to this day, like being in Mary Kay for like 4 almost years, like that I'm still like learn and not every there's like not one customer that has the same. Like we're all different, like we all are immune to medicine different. Like we're all like all the things like our skin is the same too. So like there's days that like I'll even just randomly message Jennifer, like because I had a customer that would be like, "Oh, I started breaking out like first time trying this product." Like, and she would mention like things that I'd never even heard of. Like we all have different skin. We all are different in our own ways. And so like I still learn things and it's like, okay, there's something else I can like write or check and put, back to remember for maybe a potential another customer that does have a similar like concern with their skincare or their makeup or the way it fits or the way it lies on their skin. Like, so like just use your resources, I guess would be like my easiest thing. And like Jennifer said, use the product for yourself too, but then try different guinea pigs. I mean, try different people with different skin tones, different colors, different like just keep learning. Like you're always learning.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I've been in 5 years next
Like,
month. Yeah, there's always a new scenario or
yeah.
a new question. It's like, I don't know the answer to that. And that's okay to not know the answers to things. Like we're still learning, but that's another reason why, to let people know you are practicing or you do want their feedback because no person is going to use the exact same skin regimen, same skincare, the same supplements, the same foundation, and have the same results because everyone is just a little bit different, which is great. But that just means more opportunity for us to learn about everything we have to offer. And of course, In Touch, if you haven't completed the Skincare Confident or the Color Confident modules on MK Confident, great resource. As always, a great resource to go back to. And then Allie said, I've been watching reels about different makeup combos, like for Mary Kay. It's just learning, trying, just being a student. And as long as you have that student mentality of, wanting to know our customers better, the better you're gonna be, or sorry, yes, getting to know your customers better, getting to know our products better. You're gonna be able to serve our customers better in the long run. Because not only do we recommend products, it's also our job to educate our customers, like on the products that they're using. And Mary Kay does have a lot of great resources on In Touch. And also, you can even just go to your personal website and type in a product, and it will give you like the benefits of it that you can let your customer know. So if you may not know what it is, you can always just look and then copy and paste, or even just copy that link from your website and say, hey, look at this. Here's the benefits of the charcoal mask that you were asking about. Is it something you want to try? And so on and so forth. So, yes, Allie, you're right. The glow skin. The glass skin look is very, very, very popular right now. Honestly, it's cleanser, charcoal mask, facial peel, and moisturizer is about all it is. Nope. But anytime there's a new trend or a new type of look, there was another one popular, like was it sludging? Is that what it was called a couple of years ago? Or I don't remember. Anyway, different trends, and we have all the products to do all these things. It's just someone wants glass skin, then you can tell them, hey, I can help you with glass skin, and you can let them try some products. Absolutely. All right, any other questions or thoughts on our products or skincare as we are wrapping it up tonight?
I know I'm still learning myself, but there is product. Where can you find on products on what to use but not use it with this? Does that make sense?
Honestly, the only like products really that can't be used together are some of like the retinol, so the Clinical Solutions, the facial peel, and some of the acne line. Those are really the only ones that could cancel out, or the boosters, which is some of the Clinical Solutions too. Yeah. Yep, that's about it. And of course, if you ever have questions about, hey, what can or can't be used for it, you're welcome to ask me as well. Another resource, let me grab my phone. Sorry, just a second. Yeah. Let me message this to myself real quick, and I'll show you guys wrapping up. Talk to maybe some of you about this, but it's called, and I paid for this, and it's called the Beauty Boutique is what this is. My phone will load. Let's see. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I'll get it pulled up here on my computer and I'll screen share. So this is a service that I paid for. It's just a web or a landing page, like a browser link. And I know I've sent some of you guys direct links from this, whether you've realized it or not, when you've asked for questions and clarification about product. Okay, let me screen share, because this is something I can give you the link, and then you can like share this with your customers too. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So of course my picture obviously is at the top here. But let's say you have a customer, because you don't want to send this to your customers because it has my website. But let's say someone here is struggling with dry skin. You would click on the dry skin link, and it's going to give them all the products that help with dry skin that Mary Kay has. And then this is the link right here at the top of the page up here that you can copy and paste and send this to your customers. It won't send them my website link or anything like that. And this also would be a good resource even for you to learn, hey, what helps with dry skin? I think Sarah, you and I were talking about a client maybe last week that was asking different questions about her different skin concerns. So all the ones about dry skin, or let's see here. There's even makeup as well. There's the face masks you can see, serums, colors. Let's go to lip colors. That's fun. And so it talks about the different types of lipsticks we have and like the benefits of it, and everything is in one place. So, like I said, you guys are welcome to have the link. You just wouldn't want to send the original link. Summer, retinol. What should we not use with retinol? As they're getting retinized, like starting to use the retinol, you don't want to use our facial peel, hydrogel eye patches, any of the products from the Clearproof line except charcoal mask is okay. I said facial peel already. The boosters from the Clinical Solutions line, you won't want to use that. Prescription retinol. If she's already using prescription retinol like once her skin's used to it and she's using retinol, really, the PHA plus AHA booster, the green booster, is not to be used with retinol at all. The Clearproof line is not because it has a salicylic acid, and those ingredients can cause irritation if they combat against each other. I want to say that's about it, to be honest. Off the top of my head, those are the ones I'm remembering. I'm not remembering any others. Like I said, there's a few you don't use like while your skin's getting acclimated to it. But if you want to message me, I could double check that information after our event here a little bit. That's a good question, though. Okay, next week we have our last 6 topics. Can't believe it, of our 360 success. So I'm gonna